I mean, if we look at, I mean, what is now definitely, I think we all know, unprecedented times. So this is a difficult question, but what do you think are the biggest challenges that future employee experience leaders are likely to encounter?
I always, because remember that the future experience leader is also an employee as well.
True.
And the question here is, how is the leader to this future experience leader? So the challenge, sometimes you'll find that there is a misalignment between this leader who's passionate about the employee experience versus his or her leader. That is one of the challenges that you will actually experience. The environment as well, that doesn't allow you to be yourself. You
True.
need the environment that is open for you to be realistic with yourself and to be fair and truthful as well to the organization. It's very difficult to wake up every morning and leave yourself by the gate and be somebody that you don't know. You need to be yourself, bring yourself within the organization. So if that doesn't exist, then the culture of the organization doesn't provide or allow that, it becomes a challenge to that leader that aspires to be, the future employee experience kind of a leader. And the other challenge really that I think it exists in that environment. It's the dynamics right now with regards to a different kind of world of work. We traditionally, we've been working in the office, everybody's there, you can see everyone, and some of the leaders as well, they've been comfortable to manage presence instead of deliverables or production.
True.
Now you have a situation whereby presence is not there. You need to manage your deliverables, you need to manage production, and it becomes a challenge, So that is one of the things that becomes a challenge as well within the environment. But for the future experience leader, I mean, obviously, it's very important that you as the leader, you are in cognizance of the experience of employees. This dynamic was not invented, I believe so. It was not invented by human. We found ourselves here. Nobody knows about it. We don't know when it's going to end. And you have to be dynamic as a leader to actually adapt in any type or style of the leadership for the sake of the employee experience.
That's a really interesting perspective. You're the first person I've interviewed that's spoken about how the current experience would shape who potentially becomes a future employee experience leader. And it's such a relevant point. Yeah, that's very interesting. I mean, as you say, if you have a bad experience now as an employee, you might not want to step up where you had aspirations in that direction before.
That is true, because and the challenge that actually results into that as well, because it's one of the challenge for employee experience. The challenge is management skills as well. Yes. For leaders. And going back to what I've indicated in terms of managing the presence versus deliverables. So you would find that there hasn't been an emphasis on setting goals and clarifying goals for people or for the team by the leader that he or she is leading. Then people are no longer there and the goals are not there, they haven't been clarified. And then it becomes difficult. So in the future, really, it's been very clear that the future of employee experience, it really revolves around managing performance, which is very important that we are clear as this organization, what is our strategy? What are our plans? Each and every unit needs to have a plan that aligns with that strategy. and what are the goals of the individuals in this team to align with the plan of that particular business unit, and how do we measure and monitor the progress of those goals that are smart, that we've set for ourselves as individuals in the business unit. So if that doesn't exist, it's impossible to manage the employees in the future, because we are going to be in this situation where we are working from home. I mean, in our case, we've actually adopted the hybrid work kind of an environment. You can sit anywhere in Europe, in Cape Town, anywhere, and actually work and deliver. It doesn't matter where you are. So if you don't have that proper system to manage performance, it's going to be very difficult to actually implement that employee experience. There will always be a conflict between yourself and your team.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a good point.